So in today's video, we will breaking down a matchup where I'm going to explain how do I see a match as a champion that I'm playing versus the character that my enemy is playing, and then break that character to each little detail at the and hoping at the end of the video, I hope that I can make you guys understand a good grasp of the champion that and how to perceive them and how to perceive their identity and how I play and use them in my matches. So without further delay, the match we will discussing today is Aftershock Galio versus a Conqueror Akali. And let's discuss about the rune choices here. Easy enough. The reason I chose Galio, the reason I chose Galio in here because we don't really have any tank beside Garen and Xin, but I can dish more damage as a tank rather than a mage in this game. So I'm using the Aftershock, and then I just build everything that I want after that. And the Akali rune, which is correct. She using Conqueror against a Galio because she can out damage me with the right item. And first of all, of course, the only rune that she can take is Conqueror against a tank. But if she play this non-correctly, I can beat her easily. Which in this match, I will I will show you guys how did she manage to screw it up. Okay, so in the early game, Galio definitely won a short trade with Aftershock, where Akali won an extended trade with Conqueror stacking mechanics. So Galio want to do a short trade with her and avoid the extended one with her. It's because the Conqueror stacking mechanics, right? And in this game, I'm rushing Rod of Ages in the early game, and then I will buy Sunfire. Also, we're taking teleport with us instead of ignite for roaming and team fighting, because I don't really need the ignite because I can just buy the Bramble Vest to counter the Viego with the lifesteal. So yeah, I don't really planning on playing this too aggressively in the early game. And then we will going to the mid game. In the mid game, we want to use our natural tankiness to help our team to deal damage, and then especially to help our marksman to give them space to deal damage. This is where our taunt and CC is coming in. Because of Akali didn't have any CC, we just have to know where his team fight gonna be and who is deciding factor. And in the mid game, you can purchase a couple of damaging item too, like the Liandry or even Riftmaker. And in the late game, still kind of same. In the mid game, your role is to deal damage and CC at the same time, and giving room to your marksman or your teammate to do their job. In late game, I often buy Emerald's Twin Guard for the boost in the defensive stacks and this item really works with Galio passive and skill in general, especially in late game. Okay, let's talk about weakness. Okay, the weakness of this Galio is like I mentioned in my video previously is that when you're facing 4 people alone, you often die relatively fast. Galio needs his teammates to deal damage and to tank them because the champion is a team player and designed to give room for his teammates. Let's go talk about builds. Okay, in this build, usually I often buy Rod of Ages, Force of Nature, if there's many magic damage or Deadman's Blade, Riftmaker, Aurelian the Torment, and Emerald's Twin Guard in the last. Okay, so I wasn't really confident about the Sunfire Ages because in the recent patch it's gonna get revert back to its old form. The reason why I buy Sunfire because there's a lot of close damage dealer like Galio and then Darius, and then I'm gonna buy Bramblefest so I can just negate their physical damage. So but I do not know if this thing is still worth in the next patch or not. But I can tell you this, when I using this, it's really good. So yeah, uh, let's get Sunfire Ages out of the way, and let's just put maybe Deadman's Plate or even the Euro Snap Trap, right? Because the item gives you gold, gives you movement speed, and it it still gives you some armor reduction, which is really underrated. No one actually mentioned it when I'm playing this Aftershock Galio, because when I try in the mid lane, it's really good, especially when you really depend on one person to carry your games. So you can help them, but at the same time you can give your teammates a free goal. What's not to like, right? And then the counter for this pick, obviously in the enemy team, is Darius, right? Because Darius is really good against tanks, and he can tank himself. So but the Ganon manages to shut him down, or maybe at least play even with him. So I don't really concerned about him in this match. I'm just gonna ult, not prematurely, of course, but yeah. The only counter from them is is Darius. But as I say, that they Garen shut him down pretty easily. So um, this video is not to explain as detailed as it is, because it's relatively an easy match, because Akai deals damage and then you negate some magic damage, and then in Galio's kit you have a damage transformation from your magic resist to damage, right? So the more magic resist you have, the more damage you deal. So yeah, it's not simply a easy match. You're just gonna E forward and then W and then Q or gust of wind, and then yeah, just tank for your team, and then all is well, because it wasn't really a hard match, because Galio can't really make any mistakes if you just pay attention just a little bit. It's fine, but yeah, this build is pretty good, but it's getting changed in the next patch. At least the Sunfire Ages, which I'm using here. Look at the trail. So to summarize, this match you really wanted to do the burst trade or the short trade, or rather than the longer one, because Akali used Conqueror to deal more damage and to lifesteal, and we're not gonna give her that. So we build Rod of Ages to deal damage and restore mana. We build boots. We build the Merc Threads especially. And then we build Sunfire Ages. Maybe you can ignore that part, and you just buy Yordle, Snaptrap, or the Deadman's Plate, like I told you. And if they have a lot of magic damage, in this case it's Zyra, you can buy Force of Nature, and then you're gonna finish up with Leandry, Riftmaker, or maybe just good old, Randuin Zellman, if they have a lot critical damage like this Viego. And then you're gonna buy G8, Guardian Angel. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure about why I said that, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And then yeah, that's my video. I hope you guys see you on the Rift, and I hope you guys doing well in your life. And goodbye.